Good morning, all of you. So, we start the research computing lectures. Today is the first lecture of research computing. So, here is unit 1, that is the introduction of research computing. So, first question is, what is meant by research? Research is an activity that leads us to finding new facts, means finding the new things, new information, and that assisting us in verifying the available knowledge that are from your side and making us questions that things are difficult to understand as per existing data. म्हणजे जो एक्झिस्टिंग डेटा आहे त्याच्यावर न्यू गोष्ट नवीन थिंग्स किंवा नवीन इन्फॉर्मेशन फाइंड आउट करणं, that is called as a research. So research is, and there is another definitions of research. Research is a continuous activity in majority of discipline and professions. Second definition, it is helpful in critical assessment of the way we work, execute policies, and give instructions in our professions. It is also a systematic observation of process to find better ways to do things and to reduce the effort being put to achieve an objective and identifying the validity of the target. Means to achieve an objective, we have to find the observations, and upon that we have to create a research. In fact, research is the subconscious activity that we are involved in at all times, whether it is purchase of daily use articles like a car and electronic goods or planning a holiday. So what is a business research? Research conducted or describing the business problem of a particular business is called as business research. म्हणजे ज्यावेळेला रिसर्च हा बिझनेस रिलेटेड प्रॉब्लेम्स ऑक्युअर करत असेल अँड वी हॅव टू फाइंड द solution for business, particular business organization, then that type of research is called as a business research. For example, in order to start a particular business, it is very crucial for the entrepreneur or the owner to have information about the type of customer and nature of a competition in the market. So it helps in designing business plan for the organization. Means we have to create a business plan for the particular organizations to attract the customers and nature of the market. All this information can be availed only through the business research. It plays a key role in the deriving consumer demand for the existing business. The scope of the business research covers small topics like finding an idea, a name for the business, as well as it big and through topics like collecting information about the consumer demand, buying the trends, competitor analysis, etc. In fact, the overall business research process is focused to help business through collecting important information from the market. So according to McDonald and Gates, business research is the planning, collection, and analysis of data relevant to the business decision making and the communication of the result of this analysis to management. According to the Zygmunt, business research is a management tool that companies use to reduce uncertainty. It is a major source of information about organizational and environmental conditions and covers topics ranging from long range planning to the most ephemeral tactical decisions. So next question is role of business research. So there are basic role of business research. According to the diagram, you have to see that the role of business research is like decision making tool, production, helps discharge managerial functions, problem solving, management planning, control techniques, and suitable market operation. So first is a decision making. Business research facilitates decision making in the organization by providing analyzed and processed information about the market, consumer, or the business environment. It helps managers in taking crucial marketing decisions. As variety of new technologies and competitive strategies are developing every day in the market, it is very necessary for the managers to use business research as a supportive tool in a decision making. Second role of business research is management planning. Another role of business research is to aid organization in management planning. Different opportunities available in the market are explored by business research, and some promising ones are selected by the management. Thus, management designs organizational objectives and utilizes useful resources for its planning. Third role is problem solving. Business research also assists managers in solving different management problems. A manager faces decision related problems with respect to marketing mix elements of the organization. Different short term as well as long term decisions have to taken by the manager so as to make the marketing of the organization effective and competitive. For a particular business problem, different alternative solutions are developed and evaluated by business research. Next role is controlling. Business research is also used a controlling technique for the organization. It helps in controlling as well as managing different plans and policies of the organization by exploring defective or poor management decisions within the organizations. Next role, designing marketing operations. For any organization, marketing as well as production operations are the key tools for generating revenue from the market. So here is a production operations focus on reduce the cost of the production, whereas profit the maximizations is the aim of marketing operations. Information collected through business research helps in effectively determining marketing as well as production operations. Next role is operating managerial functions. Different business functions are based on information from the market. This information is collected through business research method. Therefore, it helps in operating different managerial functions like planning, motivating, forecasting, coordinating, controlling, evaluation, etc. So, these are the basic role of the business research. Next question is information system. So what is meant by information system? So information system is an integrated set of components for collecting, storing, processing data and providing information, knowledge as well as digital products. Business firms and other organizations rely on information system to carry out the manage their operations, interact with the customers and suppliers and compete in the marketplace. Information systems are used to run inter-organizational supply chain and electronic markets. For instance, corporations use information system to process financial accounts, to manage their human resources and to reach their potential customers with online promotions. So next question is components of information system. An information system is a combination of hardware and software and telecommunication network that people build to collect, create and distribute useful data, typically in an organization. It defines the flow of information within the system. The objective of an information system is to provide appropriate information to the user, to gather the data process the data, and communicate information to the user of the system. So here is component of the information system diagram. Here is a information system like computer software, networks, database, human resources, and computer hardwares are the main components of the information system. First, computer hardware. Physical equipment used for input, output, and processing. The hardware structure depends upon type and size of the organization. It consists of an input and output devices, operating system, processor, and media devices. This also includes computer peripheral devices. Second, computer software. The program or application program used to control and coordinate the hardware components. It is used for analyzing and processing of the data. This program include a set of instructions used for processing information. Software is further classified into three types: system software, application software, and procedures. Third main component is database. Data are the raw facts and figures that are unorganized that are later processed to generate information. Softwares are used for organizing and serving data to the user, managing physical storage of media and virtual resources. As the hardware can't work without software, the same as software needs data for processing. Data are managed using database management system. Database software is used for efficient access for required data and to manage knowledge bases. Networks, fourth component. Networks resources refer to the telecommunication networks like the intranet, extranet, and internet. These resources facilitate the flow of information in the organization. Network consists of both the physical devices such as network cards, routers, hubs, and cables, and softwares such as operating system, web servers, data servers, and application servers. Telecommunication network consists of computers, communication processors, and other devices interconnected by communication media and controlled by software. Networks include communication media and network support. Last component, that is human resources. It is associated with the manpower required to run and manage the system. People are the end user of the information system. End user use information produced for their own purpose. The main purpose of the information system is to benefit the end user. The end user can be accountants, engineers, salespersons, customers, clerks, or manager, etc. People are also responsible to develop and operate information system. They include system analysts, computer operators, programmers, and other clerical information system personnel and managerial techniques. So next question is, what is knowledge management? Knowledge management is the conscious process of defining, structuring, retaining, and sharing the knowledge and experience of employee within an organization. As organizations evolve, expand into new areas, and define their approach to business, they develop significant institutional knowledge. This information is invaluable to the company. Imparting it to new or less experienced staff is vital for maintaining successful operations. The primary goal of knowledge management is facilitating the connection of staff looking for information or institutional knowledge with the people who have it. With practical knowledge management in place, organizations can spread information and raise the level of expertise held by specific individuals or teams to improve the efficiency of their practices. It often refers to training and learning in an organization or of its customers. It consists of a cycle of creating, sharing, structuring, and auditing knowledge to the maximize the effectiveness of an organization's collective expertise. Next question is types of knowledge. The information knowledge management covers can generally be broken down into three main types. First is explicit knowledge, second is implicit knowledge, and third is the tactic knowledge. First, explicit knowledge is knowledge and information that can be easily codified and taught, such as how to change the toner in a printer and mathematical equations. It is called explicit knowledge. Implicit knowledge is knowledge that explains how best to implement explicit knowledge. For example, consider discussing a task with an experienced coworker. They may provide explicit steps detailing how to complete the job, but they may also use their understanding of the situation to consider different options and decide the best approach for your given circumstances. The experienced employee utilizes and shares their implicit knowledge to improve how the team operates. Tacit knowledge. Its knowledge is gained through experience. Therefore, it is more uh, intuitive and less easy to share with others. Examples of tacit knowledge are known hows, innovative thinking, and understanding body language. While knowledge management for implicit and tacit knowledge can be harder to implement with correct procedures in place. You can ensure all relevant information is shared around the company and retained as a staff retire or move on. Next question is knowledge management process. After implementing effective knowledge management requires proactive strategies and incorporating multiple new processes. Companies have to uncover the existing knowledge available to them, understand how to spread this information to produce additional value, and plan what this looks like a action. So here is a knowledge management cycle. Here is a discover, capture, process, and benefit and share. So first process is a discovery. Every organization has multiple sources of knowledge from employee to data and record. This could be the education and skill sets staff bring to the job, the experience and unique expertise they develop on the job, or hard drives of data that can positively affect the business with your analysis. During the discovery process, organization must identify all the available sources of knowledge with a particular emphasis on information that could be easily lost. The process is simplified by strong understanding of where and how knowledge flows around the organization. Second step is collection. Collecting all the available knowledge and data creates the foundation from which future processes build. Sloppy or incorrect knowledge collection leads to decision without a complete understanding of the organization and its capabilities. Companies must audit their existing staff expertise, documentation, and external knowledge sources. A range of tools is available to help, including automated surveys, document scanning, and metadata. Post implementation, many organizations redefine internal processes to make capturing institutional knowledge a part of everyday process. This could be through continual employee feedback system or more in-depth offboarding procedures. Next step is assessment. This process involves the deep analysis of the knowledge gathered in the previous two steps. Data must be assessed and organized into a structured, searchable, easily accessible form. Assessment of the gathered knowledge is required to ensure it is accurate, offers value, and is up to date. The teams can determine how best to share information to improve company performance and give staff the knowledge they need to maximize the performance. Utilizing the right knowledge management system simplifies this process by allowing leadership to organize, assess, segment, and store a comprehensive knowledge database. Next step is sharing. The whole point of knowledge management is to give staff the expertise and information they need to do their job to the best of their ability. Once you have built a detailed and accurate body of knowledge related to your company, you need to plan how it will be shared. See the knowledge management methods section below for examples of how to share information around your company. While there are many examples of sharing information, one thing that should be universal is creating a cultural shift towards learning and development. Leadership must prioritize and reward knowledge sharing, creating an atmosphere where team members are actively encouraged to both teach each other and learn from one another. Application step. This is the step where organization repeat the rewards of knowledge management. Discovering and storing institutional knowledge is just the beginning. Staff utilizing newly acquired expertise in their tasks brings a range of benefits in productivity, accuracy, decision making, and more innovative employees. Next step is creation. The final stage of knowledge management is to create more knowledge. It should never be considered one and done process. A single audit and rollout won't deliver the results you are looking for. Knowledge management is a continual process that maximizes a company's performance for the expertise is available to it. Whether it is a team discovering a new, more efficient approaches to task or better way of capturing data related to company's performance. Organizations should constantly be innovating and creating new knowledge to pass on the future employees. Next question is theory building. The process of creating and developing a statement of concepts and their interrelationship to show how and why a phenomenon occurs. Theory building leads to theory testing. Here is a diagram of theory building. The building descriptive theory, the descriptive stage of theory building is preliminary stage because researchers must pass through it in order to develop normative theory. Step 1, observation. In that first step, researchers observe phenomenon carefully and describe and measure what they are. Careful observations, documentations, and measurements of the phenomenon in words and numbers is important at this stage because is subsequent research and cannot agree upon descriptions of phenomenon, then improving theory will prove difficult. Step second, classification with the phenomenon observed and described. Researchers in the second stage then classify the phenomenon into categories. In the descriptive stage of theory building, the classification schemes that scholars propose typically are defined by the attributes of the phenomenon. Step 3, defining relationship. In the third step, researchers explore the association between the category, defining attributes and the outcomes observed. In the stage of descriptive theory building, researchers recognize and make explicit what differences in attributes and differences in the magnitudes of those attributes. Next question is organization ethics. Organizational ethics puts in on promoting non-economic social values. The concept is about what is right or wrong in an organization in terms of relationship with stakeholders as well as effects of services or products. First ethic is responsibility. The element of responsibility is about being accountable. It signifies the moral obligations of owning up our mistakes if wrong. Second is result oriented. If you are in a business, then it is imperative to be result oriented. Organizational ethics factors ethics into the results and ask employees to achieve them within reasonable and ethical boundaries. Second ethic, respect. The element of respect put into onus on the moral obligation to salute the dignity and worth of an individual. It is expressed as acceptance tolerance, autonomy, dignity, courtesy, and civility, and offers encourage against exploitation, manipulation, humiliation, and violence. Next, trustworthiness. The most complicated of ethical values is trustworthiness, and it is broad concept that concerns with behavior and qualities that make a person worthy of loyalty, honesty, integrity, and trust. Next, justice. Justice is signifies being fair in all the dealings. It equates with due process, openness, impartiality, equality, and equity. Caring. An aspect of organization ethics is caring. It relates to sincere concern for the well being of everyone. It includes sharing, empathy, compassion, kindness, and charity towards fellow employee in the organization. Next, honor. Honor is one of the main elements of organization ethic that signifies the spirit of an organization. In most companies, management recognize employees that show honor in their dealings and reward them for their behavior. Persistence. The will to keep on working no matter what is an admirable trait to have. It is an element of organization ethic that encourages employee to work hard and achieve favorable results. Next is organization issues. Some organization issues are more common than others, but they can all be challenging to overcome. There are ways to solve these issues with dedication and commitment to making positive outcomes. The following are 7 organizational issues along with potential causes and solutions. First is turnover. High turnover refers to an organized issue where employees leave their companies frequently and high volumes. To compensate, an organization has to regularly hire new people to fill these roles. Like employees are discontent with management and their leadership officials, they feel dissatisfied with their work and not find it fulfilling. Staff members are underpaid and want more compensation for their work. Employees don't believe their employer hears their voices, ideas, and concerns. Team members don't see a path for growth within the company. Second issue, productivity. Productivity refers to the volume of work employees complete successfully and according to the schedule. These are the reasons like that. Teams are understaffed, employees lose interest in the work or get distracted. Sudden structure and procedural changes can be jarring. Stress inducers like unrealistic deadlines and poor leaderships can make working challenging. Third issue is the process management. Managers use process management to ensure their team is following the best process for completing their work in an efficient and timely manner. The manager has to set the rules and the guidelines and decide what practices to maintain and identify which ones don't add value. Poor process management can occur because manager establish processes that are convoluted and complicated. Company leadership isn't flexible and ignores feedback from employees. Managers lack an in depth understanding of their team's work and what they need to accomplish it. Next issue is role specification. Role specification means hiring the most qualified person for a job and assigning work to the most appropriate employee. A lack of quality role specification can disrupt workflows, reduce efficiency of workers, and decrease the communication between the team members. Role specification issues can occur because managers may show biased behavior towards against particular individuals. A hiring manager doesn't take the time to interview a candidate thoroughly. Leadership may not understand their team's capabilities and particular strength. Nepotism can sometimes lead to be an unqualified new hire. Next issue, customer satisfaction and relationship. One of the most important aspect of successful organization is its relationship with the customers. Satisfied customers contribute to increased revenue and consistent purchases as a source of income. Customers may become unsatisfied with an organization due to poor customer service or poor quality of company or service. A solution to customer satisfaction as an organization issue could be retain employee on how to provide the best customer service and engage with consumers through surveys, social media, and market studies. Next issue is innovation. Innovation is how companies develop new ideas and expand their products and services. An organization that is innovative opens itself up to new opportunities, integrates updated technologies, tools, and becomes an industry leader. Organization experience low innovation and grow stagnant because they have company culture that stiffs employee creativity. The company uses outdated business practices that don't facilitate innovation. And last issue, that is teamwork. Teamwork involves employees working together to achieve a common goal. Effective teamwork increases productivity, revenue, and make everyone's job easier to complete. Teamwork within an organization can fail when team members have conflicting personality traits. Some individuals contribute more to project than others. Managers show favoritism toward the specific people, and the organization has poor communication channels. So, students, this is the first unit of research computing.